wrote up a bit of background, a few hundred words that I provided. I decided that I would rather not read that to y'all. It's going to be in the club bulletin this Friday, and y'all can read that at your leisure. Thought instead I would share some photos that might give you some feel for my background. So that's the matriarch of the family. That's my mom, and she just celebrated her 103rd birthday. This, of course, is a recent photograph. Mother was the executive director and later president of the United Nations Association of the National Capital Area, an organization that our foundation has funded a few years in a row with a grant. And so you know the difference between an executive director of that organization and the president is that when you are promoted to president, you no longer get a salary and you have to do more work. So she served as president for a number of years. She was also U.S. representative to UNESCO, appointed by Cyrus Vance. She married my father, a flyboy, a career pilot in the Air Force. Quite a life growing up in a military family. Traveled a bunch. Then there's me. As you can see, I was aspiring to be like my dad. He's gone now. He was a Rotarian, by the way. And then these are my five kids, five children. The eldest is wearing the boutonniere, and my daughter is there. She just got her master's degree in sustainable food supplies. And the lad on the end there is a farmer in Iceland, a rose farmer. So I wanted to share a bit with you about what I do. I'm known as a customs broker and freight forwarder. And this was a shipment that came in from England. And it actually came in a number of times. This is an aircraft that we brought in from the UK to fly down in White Sands, New Mexico, and at the Yuma Proving Grounds. And this is the aircraft. It was the Zephyr. It was known as a high altitude, long endurance aircraft. Is completely solar powered. And this aircraft gets up to altitudes of 70,000 feet or more and can stay aloft for, the record it set was over 2 weeks, but the reality is it can stay up indefinitely. It's a reconnaissance aircraft. I escorted this aircraft down to, after we unloaded it from a freighter airplane, while we assembled it down in New Mexico and in Arizona, and they flew it for a few days, and then we shipped it back to England. That happened probably 6 or 7 times. There's no place in England that this type aircraft can be flown in the conditions that they were looking for here. This vehicle, which is a BM-24, came from Ukraine, and a client of ours located it, purchased it in Ukraine. We had it trucked to Germany, where we put it on a ship, and I met it when it arrived in Brunswick, Georgia. I believe you all have seen this type of vehicle or this type of weapon in modern movies, modern videos of war scenes. It's got 24 rocket launchers on the back, and obviously it's highly mobile. It's an old Soviet vehicle, and it came to the United States for the US military, the Air Force, in fact, to look at. This is another piece of equipment that we brought from the Ukraine. This is a troop transport, again, former Soviet military gear. that our US military wanted to be able to spot from the sky and figure out how to destroy it once they got close enough. And we arranged for that to go from Odessa. I went to Odessa for this, and then it arrived in Savannah, and we shipped it to a military base after that. And from Pinedale, Wyoming to England. So this is a Sea King helicopter. It's a search and rescue aircraft, and it came to the United States to be in adverse climate circumstances to test out those propellers. Then shipped it back to England. It was quite a task, and one of the things that was required was firefighting equipment to be on hand when this aircraft was being tested in the United States. And so we brought this fire engine from England to Pinedale, Wyoming, and then from Pinedale, Wyoming back to England. So that's the kind of stuff that I do. It's challenging, it's fun, it's rewarding. I know that you all think I punch keys at a keyboard on a computer, but actually sometimes I get out in the field.